Hello and welcome back to another demonic cast. And yeah, I think this is a familiar face to the people that has seen my demonic cast before. We're back again here with
Hi.
Paxton, aka Screamy Mimi, and now more the lead vocalist of Brojob too. So
Yeah.
quite a few things have changed since we last did a podcast. And yeah, how did you come into contact with Brojob, and how did that entire thing happen?
So, what ended up happening was AJ, who is uh, the main audio engineer, he does a lot of the writing, and he's one of the vocalists. He's actually in End of an Era,
Oh,
and because of that, I was able to become good friends with him. And it was last May they needed to fill in for vocals on tour, and AJ was like, "Well, I know Paxton, so let's hit him up." And that worked out. And then I did three more tours that year with them. Last August, I ended up joining officially. Um, they parted ways with the other vocalist, and I'm not going to get into that because it's not my place to. But I ended up joining full time as the new vocalist. So, yeah. Then
how
we
was?
released a Christmas EP. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've listened to that. Believe me, it's ridiculous. Everything Brojob
Oh yeah.
releases is freaking ridiculous, but it's so good
Yeah.
too. That's what's fun about Brojob, like all the songs and the fucking lyrics and shit. Like the second, I think it was the second song they released that just starts off with "This is the sound of a thousand clapping asses." I mentioned that with
Yeah.
the Brojob podcast too. It's fucking like what? But it's kind of fun to see like how much they've grown and in popularity and all of that. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good band, so they really deserve it. You deserve it too, by the way. Really, really cool.
Hell yeah. I appreciate that.
How was it like all of a sudden just starting touring from like nowhere? Or had you been touring before Brojo?
I had never done a tour. I had never done a show. I had never done vocals live. I had never done any of that. And the guys were very, very nice about it, but I will be the first one to tell you I was an absolute train wreck on that first tour. I didn't know the lyrics. I was extremely nervous. By the second tour, I was a bit more comfortable, and then, now I'm at a point that being on stage is my favorite thing in the world. But those first few shows that I did, I was not ready for it at all. Again, it was very last minute, so that's my excuse for not knowing the lyrics. But the nervousness of it, dude, I would get on stage and I wouldn't move at all. I would just stand and then just scream and then just go back to standing because I was like, oh god, I don't know what I'm doing. And now I get on stage and I shake my ass and I flip people off and I scream at everybody. So it's really good. There's been
Yeah.
improvement.
Oh yeah. I can imagine that.
Oh
How
yeah.
big of a venue was it, like the first show?
It was a decent sized venue, and a decent sized crowd. I was just freaking out, and AJ told everybody "Yo, for clarity, this is his first show," and everyone was like, "Damn, you did good." And I was like, "No, I didn't. You don't have to lie to me to be nice." But everyone was so supportive. Like all the fans there were so nice. The bands we were playing with were so nice. Um, the Bro Job guys were obviously very nice to me about it. But like, if I could go back and change one thing in my life, it would be like being a lot more confident on that first tour. But it's just, I don't know. You have to start somewhere, and if you start at the bottom, you can never get any worse. So
Right.
that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, of course. It's like you have to like grow into touring and everything like that. You have to be
Yeah,
so fucking tired after that first tour. Holy shit.
dude, I felt like I was going to die, and I'm pretty sure. So it was either in May or in June. But one of the first two tours I did, my flight home got really messed up because of weather,
Oh fuck.
and and I ended up not being able to go home when I was supposed to. And after a week straight of not sleeping, not being comfortable, and just being exhausted from all the physical activity. Dude, I was crying in that airport. I texted my manager. I was like, I'm going home and never touring again. And he was like, no, you say that now, but later on this will be funny to talk about. And he was right. But at the time, dude, I thought I was going to die in that airport. Like, I was going up to flight, like, airport employees, and I was like, is there anything you can do? And they're like, no, it's a weather delay. There's nothing we can fix with that. And I was so defeated, dude. It sucked.
So did you have to like spend all of the time in the airport, or could you like get a hotel or something?
So what's really shitty, the airline that I was with, I think it was American. American Airlines. But not to shit on American, but I think it was American, and they have this policy where if the flight gets delayed for like mechanical reasons, like they have to fix something on the plane, and then you miss your connection for that, they'll give you a hotel voucher ever. But if it's like a weather delay, you're on your own.
What the fuck?
They won't Uber you to a hotel. They won't give you a hotel voucher. They won't Uber you anywhere. Nothing. You're on your own.
What?
So
that's fucked.
Yeah, that really sucked. It really sucks, dude. So I'm just sat there in this airport just crying, basically. Like, dude, I cry, and when I cry like a bitch. So I was just over this whole situation. I ended up crashing with our drummer Trevor for the night. Okay. And then the next morning I got to head back home, but I had to do 4 flights to connect. I had to fly from a city in Texas to another city in Texas to a city in Arizona to home.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah. And it's like every fucking time I fly somewhere, something has to go wrong. Yeah, every time.
That's like me when I'm going to like use public transport in any way. Just everything. Either it's delay, a fucking signal failure, or whatever the fuck. It's just, no, you're just gonna be late to everything. So fuck you and have a good one. Pretty much. That's basically what's happened. It
sucks. It sucks. And like, there's nothing that any of these companies will do at all. And like, I know for a fact it didn't used to be that way. Like years and years ago, if something got really messed up, they made up for it. It was like, yo, we fucked up. We'll give you something free. We'll give you a credit. Something, right? They did something so that it wasn't a complete loss. But now, like, your plane can fall out of the sky and they will do nothing for you. Like, it can hit the side of a mountain and they would be like, yo, you still need to pay us. It's a bad time, but you owe us $400 for that ticket. So it's stupid, dude.
Yeah. Everything has to do with greed and money now. It's just fucked.
It's sad, man. It's really sad.
So how are things going with Endavinera now?
Pretty good. We're actually, between me, you, and those at home, we're working on new music.
Oh.
So,
yeah. I like.
And then we're making plans for music after what we're working on right now. So like, there's multiple things in the works, basically. I don't know when it'll be out, but it's happening. So just keep a lookout for that.
Oh, hell yeah. So how is it like balancing between Brojob and then Endavinera now? Like, I mean, I'd imagine that it's a little bit easier since one of the guys in Brojob is in Endavinera too, but still, like, are you making like new music with Brojob, new music with Endavinera, and then like balancing everything must be pretty difficult. Also when touring too.
Yeah, there are times when it's like, oh fuck, I have songs to track this week and I don't feel like it. But for the most part, it's been great. I've tracked a lot more for Brojob these last few months than I have with Endavinera, but I honestly, dude, I kind of just, because when we're tracking for Endavinera, I'll hang out with McNasty and like he'll like track it on his computer with a mic in there. When I'm tracking for Bro Job, I do it right here. And usually with that, it's like, well, am I in the mood to do something like goofy for a few hours? Because like tracking takes way longer than people think it does. Because like a song is like 4 minutes on average, but it can take days to track depending on how quickly you can get your work done. Like even vocally, because if you mess up anything vocally, you have to do that line again. And then you gotta layer it, and there's so many little things. So like you can end up tracking, if you're just having a really bad day vocally, you can end up tracking the same line like 25 times and then get so frustrated you don't even want to finish the song. But you have to. Like, you have to, because it's got to be mixed by Friday and it's Wednesday.
My god.
I don't know.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare. I'd imagine like sitting doing the same fucking line again. It just gets me thinking about that fucking scene in Dude, Where's My Car in that drive-thru. And then they are like sitting in a drive-thru and they like ordering and shit to each other, and it just ends up with like them sitting fucking pissed off as fuck. It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, the worst thing to track is fast vocals. Like parts where it's like da 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 da. That's the worst thing to track, because you have to get it right the first time, and then you have to layer it and make sure that that layer matches up syllable for syllable. Because like, yeah, if it's a really like long held out scream, it's really easy to layer that, because you can just and if it's like a little bit off, you can just scoot it or whatever. But when it comes to like the really fast stuff, like it has to be perfect 100% of the time, and it's really hard to do. And there are times when I have written shit and gotten genuinely mad at myself because I wrote it, I should be able to do it, and I can't. And it sucks. It's really frustrating.
Oh yeah.
And I refused to change it because I'm like, oh, I know I can do this. I just suck. So I'm going to keep working on this. And then an hour goes by and I'm like, I still have 3 minutes of song to track. And I'm stuck here. It's frustrating, but it's like my favorite thing in the world at the same time, dude. And then sometimes you'll have a really good vocal day where you can knock out a whole song, like writing and tracking, within like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But those bad days, dude, they make you want to quit, like, honestly.
I can't imagine.
So for those of you who are watching, who like have a band or are starting a band, don't feel bad if it takes you a really long time to track vocals, or anything for that matter. Don't feel bad if it takes you a while tracking, because that's the hardest part of being in a band. Because when you're tracking, you have to make it perfect. Like when you're up on stage doing stuff, you can make so many mistakes, and as long as you're up there having fun, the crowd's gonna love it. But on record, it's gotta be perfect every single time, and that's what's hard about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, especially now with like how good all the streaming services has gotten with the like quality of the streams and shit like that. If you like do any mistakes, they will pick up on it. It's just so crazy with all of the technology and the shit today. And yeah, I can imagine that it's fucking frustrating as fuck. And I can imagine if it's like just a 3-minute song, I can imagine doing like one of those fucking 7-minute songs. Holy fucking shit.
Tracking a 7-minute song is the worst thing in the world. The first song that I did with the End of an Era, it's like a 7-minute track. We were tracking for like 5.5 hours. Oh, maybe 6. Yeah, I went into McNasty's office and started tracking, and I was not done until like late at night. Like it was pitch black outside by the time I got done. I was so tired and so defeated, and so I kind of I don't know, it was like go tracking experience, because up until that point I hadn't really tracked like legitimately. It was all just like screaming microphone on a crappy little laptop, send it across the country, But this time I was like, I had a mic stand and like a little fucking soundproofing thing. And like, I was actually doing it. And it was kind of a kick in the dick. I'm not gonna lie, because I like it was going smoothly until it wasn't, and then I started making mistakes. So we had to keep redoing things, and I was like, fuck. And it ended up taking forever to accomplish.
Oh, yeah, that
but
sucks. Pretty
it's
terrible.
Not to discourage anyone from joining a band, but just know what you're getting yourself into. Because unless you're gonna do like punk or grind where it doesn't have to be perfect, you have to make it perfect. And that's the hardest part, is making it perfect.
Oh yeah. But yeah, underground music, I don't want that to be perfect. I just want it to be like raspy, fucking disgusting, riffy, breakdowny, just fuckiness. Just animal noises and fuckiness everywhere. Just, that is what I want in underground music. Then, like, yeah, of course, when you get into like a band that's more serious, it has to be perfect if you want to get somewhere at least. Like,
yeah,
of course you can do like things that's not perfect, but then you won't really get that far.
If you're doing it to like succeed, don't make death metal. That's basically it. If you want to make music and be rich, don't make death metal, don't make deathcore, don't learn how to scream, learn how to sing, and go from there. Because what I'm doing, I am never going to be a millionaire. I already know. But it could be worse.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I love grind and I love gore grind and all that. It's some of my favorite music. And I want to do it at some point in my life. But I understand that like it's for the sake of like monetary reasons, that cannot be my main thing, just because like it's such an abrasive type of music, people are not going to listen to it enough.
Oh yeah,
you know?
It's niche as fuck. Like I was at a, what's it called, grindcore death metal festival last year, and some people did not know what the fuck they got into. Like, I just saw some people in the audience just lost in space, just having nightmares or something. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but they were like fucking
They're
terrified.
probably wondering what was happening.
Oh, Birdflesh was the fucking greatest. Oh my fucking gosh. They were fucking
One of my
insane.
favorite, like, one of the best bands to show people, if you just want to, like, ruin their day, is Last Days of Humanity. I love that band. I love them so much. They're so good. But because the music they play is such a niche thing, I show them to people, and they're always just like, what is this? And I'm like, it's gore grind. It's good. And they're like, he sounds like frogs. It's like, that's the point, is that it sounds like frogs.
Yeah, show
Like,
them some
gore grind is frogs and trash cans, and
Yeah.
that's what's good about it.
What's in trash cans? That's the best fucking explanation I've ever heard.
Yeah, because it's all like,
Yeah.
and then just like metal clanging, and it's the best thing in the world. I love it.
Oh yeah, my friend showed me like some Finnish band that did something similar, and yeah, it was interesting. But yeah,
Nice.
I like I can't remember the name now. Last Day of Humanity, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have listened to them quite a bit in the past, for sure.
Yeah.
I usually show people
They are
Ukrainia.
one of the best gore grind bands. Ukrainia is a really good choice.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just
if you just want to mess with people, it's like Infinite Annihilator, Last Days of Humanity, Dying Fetus, stuff like that. Stuff
Yes.
where it's over the top, just for the sake of being over the top. That's always the best choice, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Oh yeah.
You know.
It has to be like completely fucking mental. It can't be anything like tame, like Architects or something. No.
Yeah.
Ukrainia. I'm just
Architects is
telling you.
too pretty.
I'm just telling you, Ukrainia. That is, it's just perfect. The look on their faces is
Yeah.
just perfect. This disdain and just fucking resentment is just, it's wonderful.
How could you do this to me?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, it's...
I thought we were friends, and you're showing me this?
Oh, it's so fucking hilarious. But with touring and stuff, do you go to concerts yourself too, to like just to watch, or do you mostly like chill on the tours?
I've been to more shows on the road than I have as a fan. I want to change that because I love going to shows. I actually went to see a couple weeks ago. Well, a little over a week ago, I went to see Trash Panda, Bonginator, Frog Mallet, and Shiv. They were all doing a show together, and they all crushed it. It was all sick. I actually got to jump up on stage and do some guest vocals with Trash Panda, so I was really happy about that. Yeah. But just a bunch of like slam and hardcore. Shiv is hardcore, then everybody else up there was like slam and stuff like that, and it was the best. I want to do more stuff like that. I just haven't gotten a chance to really do that outside of touring, because like when you're touring, you get to watch all these shows for free. And there are some times when you're playing shows with artists that you really like, so you get to see like a full set just for free, and then you get to go up there and do your set, or vice versa, and it's really cool. But there are times, like, I felt weird being at a show and not having to lug in a bunch of shit. Like, I don't know, it felt weird. I was so used to it, just like, oh, if there's a stage, I have scrims to bring in, and I'm gonna help with the drums and all that, and I didn't have to do that, so I was like, don't know what to do with my hands type deal.
Yeah,
it's fun, and I want to do it more, you know.
Oh yeah, I wish I could fucking get into concerts for free. Holy shit, I would never be home. I would just be like on the road constantly, going from concert to concert to concert, and just all of the time. It would just be amazing.
Dude, start a band. Start a band and start asking to get on tickets. Do like a one-man gore grind project where you just walk up, you have a laptop, and then you just play your samples, and then just and then you can get on whatever ticket you need and get all these shows for free. It's easy. You just have to pay for gas. That's it.
Fucking great idea.
Yeah. And it's simple. Like, you don't have to have professional mix. You don't have to have professional quality instruments or anything like that, because people don't go to gore grind shows for professionalism. They go for fun.
To be honest, one of the things I really want to do is like be a metal journalist or something. Not like writing in fucking papers or online magazines and shit like that, but like interviewing people on tours, like on concerts, and just chilling with them there. That would be fucking amazing. Yeah. That is like my dream job.
There's a guy in Tampa who does that. He's really cool. I think that would be good, like, because you get to meet cool people, and like as long as they're like cool with being interviewed, because like some people, I don't know, some people are some people, you feel me? But as long as they're cool with being interviewed, you can meet some really cool people if you do that. So that'd be a sick idea.
Yeah, in my experience,
I think you should do it.
Like pop is often more unwilling, like pop artists and stuff like that are often more unwilling to getting interviewed or just say hi or whatever the fuck. Pretty much every fucking metal vocalist or any people in a metal band have been fucking humble as fuck, really friendly, hilarious, and just awesome to talk to. That includes last January I actually managed to catch Ben after Shadow of Intense tour, and he is just the most humble guy in the world.
I haven't gotten to meet him yet, man. I would love to. He seems really cool. AJ knows him. AJ knows him pretty well, but I've never gotten to talk to him. So he's one of those guys that's on my bucket list to meet him and talk to him.
Oh yeah. It was so hilarious because, I said this in the Retro podcast too, but I will say it again. It was like, I was like, met him and we talked a little bit, and I was like, you're one of the fucking best vocalists in the entire world in the metal genre. And he's like, I try to be. It's like, it's a fact. I try to be. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck?
He's doing his best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's trying.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like, it's not like you're in like the one of the most famous deathcore bands in the world. No. Or as they wanted to be called now, wasn't it technical death metal now they wanted to be called?
I think that's the direction they're taking it, because
Yeah.
they don't have like the I don't know, like the deathcore sound. Like it's not just anymore. Like they have all these like intricacies, and like the solos are more intricate, and like their production's going way up. So it's like they're changing their sound, and they're changing it in a good way. Like a lot of bands, when they change, it's not good, but these, like, they're changing and getting better. So it's like,
oh yeah,
I can't complain. It's great. I love them.
Yeah. Parkway
Shadow of
Drive
Intent's one of my favorite bands.
Parkway Drive's last album is a fucking like evidence for that. Not all bands change into greatness. Oh my god. Last album was a little bit of a yikes. But yeah. But at the same time, with Shadow of Intent, I mean, The Migrant. That is deathcore as fuck.
It's a really sick song, dude. I've always wanted to make music that sounds that epic, I guess is the word. Like, cause it sounds big. It sounds like you're listening to an adventure, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know. It just has this feeling to it, you know.
Oh yeah.
I like music that has feelings.
I do like the music video too, like the sci-fi feeling. I feel like the music video fits extremely well to the song too, and that makes it just that bit better. But yeah, like Shadow of Intent is a band I really want to see live again, because I've had like since I saw them last January, I've had this itch to see them again, but they never come to Europe again. I was like, fucking making me insane. There are like some bands that really does that to me. That's them, Slaughter to Prevail, and actually Brojob, because I want to see Brojob live. I need to see Brojob live with these fucking lyrics. Like, come on, man. It's just so
There
fun.
was some footage that got released 3 days ago from back in August. We had some guys offer to record a video of our set. They put it out a couple days ago, and I didn't know it had dropped. And then yesterday, we were all hanging out, and they started talking about it, and I was like, "The fuck are you guys talking about?" And they brought it up, and so I watched it last night, and not to suck my own dick, but it was a pretty good set.
Oh yeah.
So I'm happy with how that turned out. I'm gonna drop the link to you. Like, obviously don't watch it now because we're having a conversation, but like, whenever you get like 30 minutes that you don't like, just like check this out. Because I'm pretty happy with it, not gonna lie.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, being on stage is one of my favorite things in the entire world, and I would kill for the opportunity to go to Europe and like do a full European tour. Like, if I get my way, I want to do a world tour. I want to go everywhere that'll accept us, and like, I know that's not gonna happen, because like, who the fuck in Albania wants to see Brojob? But like, as many places that will have us, I would like to go.
Oh,
you know?
my god, I can see like a whole crowd in Albania standing there like, what the fuck? Why am I here? What is happening?
It's like, who the fuck are these people? Why are they acting this way?
Everyone is just confused as fuck. But actually, I can't remember his name now. But I actually did interview a Indian death metal. Like I think he was a. Oh my god, it's so insane that I can't fucking remember his name. But yeah, he said when he was starting out with death metal, I think it was in the 90s. He said that people were throwing fucking rocks and shit on stage because they thought that, like, they were possessed by the devil or some shit. But then
Yeah.
it grew more and more like accepting. So I think there could be like a scene for it in Albania too, or India, or like wherever. Yeah, obviously India, since they have bloody wood. But
Yeah.
Albania too. I mean, more and more people are getting into metal now. It's kind of getting spread in like these social medias and too. Like now when social media and shit is just getting more and more and more wide, that kind of like brings everything, including metal, to a more wide audience. So, I mean, nothing is impossible.
Yeah. I mean, I never thought I would be in Bro Job, so that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Like,
fucking hell.
I've been listening to Bro Job since I was in high school, so the fact that I'm now their vocalist is pretty cool. Like, I'm stoked about that. I was like 15 when Teeny Weeny came out,
Oh,
and
Weenie.
I thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
I still
And
do.
yeah, and now I'm the vocalist, so it's weird how that works.
Oh,
It's really
fucking
weird
hell.
how that works.
I still laugh every time they play that fucking intro. It's just so ridiculous. It's just the time. This is the sound of 1,000 clapping artists. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's always like my favorite thing to do live, dude, because because we usually play that last. Like that's usually the last song we do. And it's like, all right, we have one last song for you. And as soon as I'm like, this next song is about dick, everyone immediately is like, it's teeny weeny, and they start freaking out over it. It makes me so happy, dude. I love it.
oh, yeah. I mean,
I love it, dude. Like touring is my favorite thing. It's exhausting, but it's worth it, in my opinion.
if you ever come to Europe and want to be a fucking stagehand or whatever the fuck, just come with on the fucking tour. Holy shit, what a fucking
Yeah.
dream. Oh my
I'll see what I can
God.
do, man.
Just like coming with, experiencing all the shit. Obviously helping out with a ton, but just having so much fun with people is just like just being able to just come with and witness all of the shows and having fun.
Yeah. I will say the worst part about touring is sleeping, finding bathrooms, and taking showers.
Oh yeah.
Because if a venue offers you a shower, chances are it is going to be a room where serial killers eat people, and it is going to be the scariest thing in the world. So if you're on tour, save showers for like truck stops and stuff like that where you know it's clean.
Just fucking
And you have to
witness,
sleep in a van. It's tough, but in my opinion, it's worth it because you get new people, see new things, you get to meet fans, and you get to make people happy. I think that's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Like seeing people like smiling and freaking out when you do shit on stage. That makes all of the shit worth it. Like the lack of sleep, the frustration of not being home for that long, but it's all worth it because you get on stage and like you see people that you've never seen before. You don't know their name, you don't know where they're from, you don't know who they are, you don't know what they're like, but you know that we're all here for the same reason. All of us are here to have fun. And getting to share that with them makes me really happy, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like it's one of the best feelings.
Do you
ever.
usually like hang out at the merch table after the shows, or what is it like?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have these like big bro tapestry things that we like to hang up on stage. Because I don't have any instruments to lug around, those are my responsibility. Like I have to take care of setting those up, tearing them down, stuff like that. Um, so usually after the set, I'll walk to the very front of the stage, give some high fives or whatever, take down the flags, take them to the van, and then I go to the merch table so that I can just hang out with people. Because like that's the place that you meet people, dude. Because I mean, usually when I go to a venue, people will recognize me when I walk in. They're like, "Oh shit, that's the Bro Job guy," and we'll talk, we'll hang out, we'll have fun. But when you're at the merch table after the set, when like no one has more work to do, you get to just hang out with the fans. You meet some amazing people, like, and you hear some amazing stories, and you'll have people coming up to you, telling you like how much the performance meant to them and stuff like that. And I can't recommend it enough. If you ever have a chance to tour, do it, because you will impact so many people's lives in ways that you don't know. Because like, I don't know, music speaks a lot to me. Like, I love music. It's such an important part of my life. And giving people the experiences that I've wanted so much in my life, like seeing a band live and feeling that energy and feeling hype about it and getting angry and getting all tough and throwing down, getting to give that to people, like, you're having such a big effect on their life. And a lot of people, like, they're very open with how thankful they are for that. It's like, I'm not doing it because people are like, "Yo, fucking, you're cool, let me suck your dick." But like, seeing people smile, like seeing the smiles on people's faces, that's what makes me so happy with it, you know?
Oh my god, I just pictured.
Like, that's why I love it. It makes people smile.
Fuck's sake. I just picture that guy fucking walking up to you just like, "You're cool, let me suck your dick." Like, what the fuck?
I've gotten some requests, but but I never take them up on their offer.
Oh.
If you're wondering.
Fucking no.
But yeah, it's fun, dude. And the thing is, with Bro Job, because we're such a silly band,
yeah,
our fans are the best people, like, ever. I think that Bro Job has the best fan base because all of our fans are just goofy little weirdos like us. Like, nobody in Bro Job is normal. None of us are fucking normal. So to have a whole crowd of people who are just as weird, if not weirder than we are, and we're all in the same room just like smacking each other and like shaking our asses and throwing things at people, all just having so much fun with it. It's the best. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I have to ask, how many people have you seen with a fucking Coxzilla t-shirt? Is there a lot of people that have it on shows?
A lot, dude. So people come to our shows, like, repping our merch. And there was this one, it was on the first tour that I did. We were in Illinois, I think. And this lady had Bro Job face paint. Like, she had done like full clown attire, like clown makeup, clown outfit, clown everything.
Shit.
And then she had B and J, and all of the clown makeup was like black and purple, which is like our colors.
Oh shit.
And her outfit was black and purple, and like, she had her hair black and purple. Like, people are dedicated to like the appearance of being a Bro Job fan, which I think is really cool. And there's like, every time I'm on stage, if I look out, there's at least like 12, if not more, Bro Job t-shirts in that crowd. Usually more. And then you have the people who showed up and bought a Bro Job t-shirt and immediately took off their shirt and put on the Bro Job shirt so that they could go up and watch the set.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people fuck with us, and that's really cool. I actually saw someone with a Bro Job shirt in public a couple months ago.
Oh shit.
And yeah, I saw him with the shirt in public, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And I think they knew who I was because they kept looking at me. They were like, and like, I didn't want to walk up to them and be like, yeah, but they, like, I think they knew who I was because they kept just like staring at me, just like. I love when that shit happens. It makes me feel really good inside. But yeah, and I don't know. It's always nice seeing people outside
Yeah.
with the merchandise, which there's some of our merch that like maybe isn't acceptable to wear in public, but we do have like safe versions of our
Oh yeah.
merch where it
Oh
just
yeah.
says bro job and stuff like that. Um so like that's cool, but he had the I think it was just the logo shirt. I don't remember what's on the back of it, but it's like the front of it is like it's a black shirt and then in pink it's bro job. And I think there is a design on the back. I think. I'm not sure, but he had that shirt on, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And he was just staring me down, just like, "I fucking know who you are." And I was like, "All right, cool." Um, but yeah, dude, I'd never in a million years did I think that I would be getting recognized ever,
That must
and
be
it's
surreal.
still a weird feel. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Like when I went to see Trash Panda, like I wasn't even performing that night. And people knew who I was, and people were coming up to me like, "You're the fucking bro job guy." And it's like getting recognized is such a weird feel, weird in a good way, but it's such a weird feeling because like I'm some fucking nobody from the South. Like I am from a town most people have never even heard of, and now people know who I am across the country. It's weird.
I think you're known globally.
That'd be pretty sick. I mean, dude, if I ever just go out of the country and someone recognizes me, I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna cry on the phone with you. Just want to let you know that. It's gonna be like, they know me. I'm gonna go to Albania and see if anyone recognizes
Oh
me.
my god. I would literally fucking die if that fucking happened. You just called me like, I'm in Albania, someone saw me! I would fucking fall on the ground. Fucking hell.
I probably would too. I am so thankful for it. Like, I don't think I'll ever get used to it, but even if I do, like, I don't think I'm ever gonna stop being thankful for it, because this is already more than I ever could have fucking asked for. Like, this whole vocal thing is going a lot better than I ever thought it was going to. Like, I streamed in my phone a few times, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy about it, you know?
Did you start on YouTube or did you start on like TikTok? I know you've done both.
So, the OG Screamy Mimi page, which doesn't exist anymore, started on Instagram.
Oh shit.
So, when I first started my Instagram account, I was so dead set against TikTok. I was like, it's a dumb app. I want nothing to do with it. It sucks. And I got like 300 followers on Instagram, and I was like, whoa, like 300 people know who I am. And my friend Kaylee, she was like, you should get TikTok, because TikTok promotes a lot better than Instagram does. And I was like, She was like, just trust me, try it. And I did, and I started posting videos, and I was like, what the fuck? So like, because of that little tiny Instagram page, I went to TikTok and blew up there, and now I have a different Instagram because that one is like gone in the wind. But it's weird how it works, you know? Because I wouldn't have started posting my vocals if she didn't tell me it was a good idea. Like, ever. And so I remember texting my buddy Jacob. I think it was like the third video I ever posted. And it got 40 views. And I texted my friend, and I was like, dude, 40 people saw my video. And he was like, okay, cool. And I was like, yeah, it is cool. He's like, you should start using hashtags. It'll promote it more. And I'm like, I didn't know that's how they worked. Because like, I didn't grow up on social media. So I was like, oh, cool. And then I started using hashtags, and all of a sudden I'm getting 60 views per video. And I'm just like, and now I'm at a point where if I get any less than 1,000, I'm like, I'm a little bit pissed about this. I'm not gonna lie. It's I don't know. It all started from a shitty little Instagram account where I was yelling in the bathroom and outside, and that's it.
That's pretty insane to think about, actually. You have come
Yeah.
extremely far. Holy shit.
In like 2 years, like 2-3 years, all of this has happened.
Oh yeah.
And most of it has happened within the last like year and a half.
Hmm.
So
But you have
I don't know,
quite a few like TikTok followers, don't you?
yeah, I hit 210,000 today.
Oh shit, congrats.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I was sitting at 150K for a while, and then I posted a video where I screamed "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion,
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
and 10 million views and fucking about 100 or more random accounts ripping that video and then posting it on their page later.
Yeah.
I ended up gaining like 50,000 followers from that one video.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's really stupid. That's been my reaction to this entire journey. Just like something will pop off and I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. Why is that popping off but nothing else is? Like, that dumb Celine Dion video. If I could get that level of attention on the other things I put out, like some of my other videos or like the music that I put out, I would be set, dude.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's just not gonna happen. Not for a while, at least. I'm hoping it'll happen someday. But I don't know. It's a weird place to be because TikTok. It's like they know what videos you care about and what videos you don't. Because the more you care about a video, the less views you're gonna get. The more you're
yes.
like, well, it's Tuesday. The more you're like, well, it's Tuesday. I have to post something. The better that video is gonna do. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, of course, it's fucked.
Yeah.
It's just
It's like they're psychic. They're psychic. They know when you actually care about what you're posting, and they suppress it intentionally to upset you.
I think my most viewed video on TikTok was me like fucking stage diving off a stage while watching Not Loose or something. And it's just so fucking stupid. Like, I was drunk off my ass just wandering up the stairs on stage because other people was doing it. Just fucking threw myself off the stage and probably fucking smashed a bunch of people. Shit.
Dude, I almost saw somebody die on that first tour.
Oh shit.
Do like stage diving. We were in Boise, Idaho, and we were playing with devourment, ingested, extermination, dismemberment, and organectomy. And I was about to like cry and come in my pants because I love all those bands. So I was like, we get to play with them. Oh my god, like fanning myself, just like oh. But there was this one guy, and even during because like we got to open for them because like we originally were not on that show, but it was either that or do nothing for a day, and we didn't want to do that. So our manager got in touch with the promoter, and they were like, hey, we're pulling through. Is there anything you have? And it's like, well, we have a spot here. Are they willing to open? So, yeah. Even during our set, and we were the opener, there was this dude who just kept coming on stage and stage diving. And Devourment was like the third or fourth band that played. And I remember it was during his set. The dude kept going up, and he kept stage diving. And I think what happened is that eventually people got tired of catching him.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes up, and he jumps. And nobody puts their arms up. And that floor was concrete. And he jumps, and all we hear is... like that. And he hit so hard I could hear him over Devourment's set. And they play loud. So I'm just like, okay, that dude's 100% dead. Like, he is 100% dead. He broke his neck. He's dead. And he just pops back up and it's like... starts going back to moshing. Just goes right back to it. And I'm just like, how? How? Like, dude, I would have died. If I did that, I'd be dead.
Oh yeah.
And he's just fine. So...
it's probably because he was probably doing that. I'd imagine he was fucking drunk out of his mind. And I mean, you relax your body a little bit more when you're drunk, so that's kind of...
It's why drunk drivers survive crashes so much.
Yeah.
Like when you like crash a car, if you tense up really hard, like it just breaks everything because like you have firm going into firm.
Yeah.
But if you're drunk, you're just like fucking, and
Yeah.
there's no firm, so you just kind of like you're gonna get bruised to shit. But you're so relaxed, you're not gonna like destroy every. Like if you're going like 100 miles an hour and you hit something, it doesn't matter if you're drunk. But just like average crashing speed, you're usually okay if you're hammered
Yeah.
because you're just relaxed. You're not tensed up. So that's probably it. He was
Yeah.
probably hammered and like didn't tense up his neck. So as soon as he hit, he just like folded over and rolled. That's probably it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know damn well he felt that the next day. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. I'd imagine
He probably woke up just
yeah.
in so much pain.
Oh, fucking hell. I've done that once, but it was like my ass because which bands were we watching? I think it was Alt. Oh my god, what's the other band called? Beneath My Feet, Aviana, and Self Deception, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, I was moshing to Alt. They were the first band for some fucking reason. I don't understand why, because they're like better than all of the other bands. But some guy fucking shoulder charges me, so I fly like 3 meters and just lands on my ass and hit my lower back.
Jeez.
But yeah, I kept
God
moshing.
knows.
I kept moshing, just going fucking nuts. And the day after,
Yeah, how'd you feel? I was about to say, how'd you feel the next day?
I couldn't fucking move. I was in bed all day. I was like, nope, and I'm not doing this. Nope.
I've only moshed once in my life. It was in June. We were at a Slackjaw show, and it was before our set, and it was during Slackjaw's set, and there was like a circle pit that started.
Oh yeah.
And then people just started running into each other. And AJ was like, "Dude, let's go mosh," and I was like, "All right, whatever." And what ended up happening, I knocked all of the air out of AJ. So he's running, and I'm just like full force, just like, all right, fuck it, this is mosh. And I just like rammed my shoulder into him, and it was just like, and we're walking to the van to get some water because our set's next. And I'm like, dude, I don't know who I hit, but I hit somebody really hard. And he's like, it was me. You knocked my wind out of me. I almost died. And I was like, oh shit. But like I was running and like jumping shoulder first into people.
Oh shit.
It was fun. I just don't think I'm ever gonna do it again. Because I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like what if I hurt somebody? What if someone hurts me? Like it was fun, but I think I'm good, you know?
Oh yeah. But actually, that's probably the only like time I've had a bad time moshing, to be honest. Otherwise, it's like if you like fall on your ass, somebody is picking you up like that. It's just like you're up instantly, and yeah, it's just like fun for the most part. But what I've like started to notice is the later the show, like in the evening, the more fucking stupid the pits get. So I usually like mosh at the early shows and then just don't at the late shows, because then is when like people are drunk as fucking just swing at people and shit. So
that's when everyone is hammered and starts throwing elbows. Like that's not a pit you want to be in.
No, definitely not. I've been bruised too many times.
Dude, I get covered in bruises on tour. Like, I don't mosh or anything like that, but it's like sleeping on like pointy ass band equipment and like hitting my knees on all the stages, and it sucks.
Yeah, I can imagine. Fucking hell.
There will be bruises all up my arms, all over my legs, on my back. It sucks so damn much. I don't have to mosh to get bruised. I just exist on tour and wake up with bruises. It's fun, but you start to ache after about your 5th day on the road.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Fucking hell.
Dude,
Like
that first
whenever
tour
I've
we
been
did,
sleeping out and come home, it's like fucking landing on some fucking cloud or something, because often it's like sleeping on a fucking rock or something, and then you come home
Yeah.
and it's soft and it's just like you're fucking passed out in like 5 seconds.
oh yeah. That first tour that I did, the van we rented was fucked. The AC barely worked, the radio barely worked, and all of like the seat buckles, the plastic guards on them were like broken off, so it was just sharp metal sticking up.
Oh shit.
And I'm a big dude, so I had all this weight sunk down on sharp metal a
Oh.
lot. It was so fucking painful, dude. I got home afterwards and I'm just like, why am I in so much fucking pain? And I stood in front of the mirror and I looked, and like on my thigh, I had like a softball sized bruise, and it
Oh
was like
my God.
red all around it, like because it was just I kept getting stabbed in the legs every time I sat in that van.
Oh shit.
Um,
Yeah, that's insane.
and I was also like, yeah, I was so exhausted by the end of that tour as well, because like we drove to Washington from Florida, which is well over 2,000 miles, and then we had to drive back. And by the time we got to Florida, I was so sleep deprived, I started hallucinating.
Oh shit.
Like, I was driving the van, which was my first mistake. I was driving, and the guitarist was next to me. He was asleep, and I remember I had a full back and forth conversation with him.
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't open my mouth once, and he was asleep. But in my mind, I'm talking to him, and he's talking back. And then all of a sudden, like, it just clicks. I'm on a completely different highway. There's no one around. And that's when it sunk in, like, I didn't talk to anybody. I had a 45-minute conversation with nobody. And I look over, and Eric is passed out asleep. And I'm just like, dude, this is bad. Like, this is really bad. If I don't do something, we're gonna die because I'm gonna crash.
Oh,
so I woke him. I woke him up. I was like, dude, you have to take over. This is rough. And he was like, okay, I got you. And we ended up getting back to my manager's house with the van and everything. And like, well, how was it? And I was like, dude, I started hallucinating for the last few hours of the drive. Like, I thought I was talking to you, and you were asleep, and I didn't even open my mouth, so I know I wasn't saying words.
Shit.
And they were like, you should have woke me up. If you were so tired, your brain was shutting off, you should have woke somebody up. And I was like, well, we didn't die. So that's the important part, is that we didn't die. But that's when I learned, like, when you're on tour, if you have a chance to sleep, sleep.
Oh yeah.
Because you're probably not going to get another chance. Unless you're, like, rich enough to get hotels every single night, which we just sleep in the van because usually we have a long drive to make. So the way it usually works, we'll have a driver and a co-pilot. Co-pilot's job is to make sure a driver stays awake, and everyone else can either hang out and talk or sleep or whatever they got to do. So I try to take advantage of that as much as I can now, because on that first tour, I tried so hard to like be awake the entire time, like just in case someone needed something. But that meant that I was getting like 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep.
Oh shit.
And yeah, and by like the 4th day, I would sleep longer, but it wasn't good sleep, so I wasn't resting. So like by the time we got home, that was it. I was just, I thought I was dying, because again, like my brain was just doing shit. So it sucks.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Fucking hell. Yeah, I've
so
been
if
through
you
that.
tour, sleep a lot.
Yeah, I've been through that. Fucking hell. Sleep problems is not fun.
No, not at all.
You're tired as fuck every day until you can't fucking stay awake, and you fucking sleep from like 10 to fucking like 3 p.m. the next day.
Yep.
and like after sleeping like 14, 15 hours, you're just waking up with the biggest headache because you slept too long, and then the entire day is ruined. So yeah, don't
And then your
fucking do
sleep
it.
schedule's fucked up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just being
It's
unemployed
awful.
does that. Fucking hell. Like, I can fall asleep at like 3, 4 a.m. and wake up at like 2 p.m. or something like that. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's just fucked. As soon as you get unemployed, you just say, oh no, I'm gonna keep my routine, I'm gonna keep my schedule, and no, you're not gonna fucking do that. You just, no. It's
Yeah.
just impossible. It's just,
People try, but it's hard.
yeah.
Unless you have a reason to get up, eventually you're just not gonna get up.
Oh yeah,
And then that's when your sleep schedule gets destroyed.
yeah.
Like, what I do for money is so flexible because like I teach people to scream and I collect royalties from music that I have out and whatever. And because of that, I have a really flexible schedule. And my sleep schedule has been absolutely ruined for the last year and a half because I'll fix it for about a week and then something will happen and I'll end up being up for like 2 days, 3 days, and then I'll crash and it just ruins everything.
Oh
So,
shit.
yeah. I keep trying to like force myself into a schedule, but it's like because everything I do is so flexible, it's like, well, sleep when you want to sleep, wake up when you want to wake up, that type of shit. And I want to fix it because like having a sleep schedule is healthy,
Ah,
right? Like having a proper sleep schedule, that's one of the healthiest things you can do. So that's been something I've been trying to fix. But apparently I ain't been trying hard enough. So,
yeah, being up
but
for like 3 days sounds pretty insane. Fucking hell. How many hours is that?
um, I think like 72.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. At 48 hours, you're very irritable, you're very emotional, you're very anxious. At 3 days in, your mind will like play tricks on you and you lose your ability to pick up on social cues. So like you can't read people's faces anymore. Like you can't look at someone and kind of know what they're thinking type deal. And then after that, your brain is just like, there are spiders under your skin, and that's the FBI agent, and you're
Ooh.
gonna die. Yeah, there was this dude. He did it for a radio show. I think the reason he did it was to raise money for charity. But he allowed people to like study him as it was happening. He was a radio show host, and he stayed up for like 11 days. And
11 days? What the? How is that even possible?
yeah, I don't know. But by the end of it, he was so paranoid. He was worried that everyone in the studio was trying to kill him. He was worried that they were putting poison in his coffee. And for the rest of his life, he had really, really bad insomnia. Like, if you go too long without sleeping, it just ruins sleep for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine because
So,
it's like
I,
your body just learns
yes,
to just don't sleep. It's
yeah.
just fucked.
And like, I'm like, it's cool that he did it for charity because I am pretty sure that's why he did it. But at the same time, I already have a hard time falling asleep when I need to. Having insomnia for life sounds miserable.
Oh, definitely. Fucking hell. That sounds just terrible in every single
Yeah.
fucking way.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my god. It's just, no. Just 3 days is insane to me.
3 days is bad enough.
Yeah.
It's like I have nightmares sometimes, and I'm not smart about it. So I'm just like, all right, I had a nightmare. I'm just gonna stay up until I can't anymore, and then that's when I'll sleep. But like, if you drink enough caffeine, you just kind of vibe for a little while,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, it's like, no, I have to sleep, or I am just gonna shut down. So then you sleep, and then you sleep for 14 hours, and then your sleep schedule's ruined. So
Yeah. Exactly. I've heard.
it sucks.
I think I learned from actually the UK Top Gear show that if you're awake for like 24 hours and drive once you've been awake for 24 hours, it's the same
It's
as
like driving like 5 pints drunk.
Yeah, exactly. It's
fucked, dude.
yeah. And then imagine 3 days. Holy shit.
Yeah, that I would never drive that exhausted.
No.
Ever. Like, I made that mistake once when I was on tour, and that was even like I had gotten sleep. It just wasn't enough. And I was already dealing with that. So I couldn't imagine like no sleep whatsoever for that long, and then getting behind the wheel of a vehicle. I would be too scared, dude. I would be like, all right, something's gonna happen, and I'm gonna die.
Oh yeah.
So I would just sit in my house and just fuck it. I'm taking a nap. I'll figure this out later.
There's so many fucking like risks that is insane.
Oh, yeah.
Like just I crashed with like a deer when I was doing like under the speed limit late at night, and I still couldn't fucking stop in time to crash with it. And then imagining if you're exhausted and like just hallucinating and shit, yeah, whatever, you would have just hit that like full speed, and then it would be fucking that would be fucked. I think I hit it in.
It's awful.
I think I hit the deer in like 35 kilometers per hour or something like that, and that still was fucking terrifying. So hitting it in like 70, 80 kilometers per hour would be fucking. It would be just terrible. Fucking hell.
Yeah. It's horrifying, dude. Like, I would never do that, especially if I had like passengers. If I had passengers and I know that I haven't slept even once in the last 24 hours, I am not driving.
Oh hell no.
I refuse. I'll let someone else take care of it.
Yeah.
I'd rather annoy someone with, hey, can you drive, than kill us all.
Oh,
so.
I'm actually gonna drive. I think it's a like 3-hour drive in March because I'm seeing cattle decapitation, signs of the swarm, 200 stab wounds, and I can't fucking remember whatever the last band is because I haven't listened to them. But yeah, I'm driving up the same day as it is, and then I'm sleeping over at somebody's place, and then I'm driving home because one, I want to fucking drink a beer or something at the show, and two, I've been too fucking tired to drive home. Like,
yeah, it's all about safety, dude.
Yeah.
Like, anytime you're traveling, it's better to be overly safe and like. People bitch about it where it's like, oh, you're too anxious over it or whatever, but it's like, I'm alive.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like, it's better to be overly safe than dead. So you're doing a smart thing doing that.
Oh yeah, last time I was in Gothenburg, I think I saw Diartis Murder, Whitechapel, Fit for an Autopsy, and Spite from the EU tour, the Godlight tour. And I decided to buy a bus ticket for 2:40 a.m. in the morning. And fucking hell, it was so fucking terrible. I fucking sat in that stupid ass bus terminal fucking starting to fall asleep, and then I'd wake up, and then I start to fall asleep, wake up, and then at 2 a.m. they fucking, oh yeah, you have to go outside for 30 minutes because we're gonna shut the fucking terminal. I'm like, you what? So for 30 minutes I was just standing outside.
Why would they shut it down though? If the buses are gonna run that late, they should let you be inside, right? Like that. To me, that makes sense. Why do they make you leave?
I think they shut it down for like 30 minutes a night to like stop homeless people from sleeping and making that like their squatting place. But at the same time, it's fucked. It's so
really
fucked. I was fucking dead. I couldn't fucking hardly stay awake outside. They're fucking cold as hell. I can't remember what month it was, but it was cold as fuck, middle of the night, just standing outside like, I just wanna be asleep right now, and I'm standing here for no fucking reason at all, because some fucking stupid ass security guard told me I had to. Come on, man.
Fuck that, man. That's too much.
That's why
Like-
I decided, like, no, I'm gonna see if anyone has a place to stay at, and I'll just fucking drive up, pay for parking for one day, and just drive home again. Much
Yeah.
better. You don't have to fucking fit some stupid ass bus into your schedule either, and be afraid that you're
Yeah.
gonna miss it, because there's so many variables in like public transport. If one thing is late,
Yeah.
you can miss the next thing. And if that thing is late, then you can miss the next thing. It's always this fucking shit ass effect that is going on with public transport in general. It's just
Oh.
fucked.
I hate it, dude.
Oh yeah, public transport is the worst. I
Absolutely.
hate it. I fucking hate public transport, and like,
I don't think there's anything that's worse than public transport.
oh no, and they want us to use it more to get rid of like the environmental, like
So I get why they're saying that, because it's like, oh well, it cuts down on like the amount of
yeah.
emissions and everything. But if we want that to be viable, why not make it a good like option instead of being the worst thing on earth?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they say, no, we gotta have 0 emissions in this year, but we're still gonna do this shitty ass public transport that doesn't work. You're gonna be late for everything. Maybe like even a day, because yeah, we have a signal failure and no one wants to work today. So why the fuck would I choose that? It's just stupid. I'd rather fucking get a plane than go on a train almost. It's just fucking hell.
I've never been on a train before. I want to try that at some point because it looks cool and I like trains, but I've never been.
Oh yeah, it's not as cool as it looks. It's fucking painful when it's late. Oh my god. I've been through way too many hassles going on trains. It's not fun.
Jesus.
It's not fun at all. But yeah.
Well, you just ruined one of my dreams, man. Come on. I wanted to get on a train today.
You go get on a train and be my guest. You just wait 4 hours for it to arrive because it will probably be late. Nah, but
I hope not.
Nah, but it has gotten slightly better with the technology advancing, but like before it was just fucking was retarded how late the trains were. Like if you look at Sweden and like compare it to Japan, the public transport there, it's just night and day, because it works in Japan. They have a function in public transport, and they get refunds if it's like 5 minutes late or something like that. That's insane. It has to be like, I think it's half an hour late. It has to be in Sweden for you to get a refund for a ticket at minimum.
Yeah.
So no, I'm gonna take my car everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Because like by the time it's 30 minutes late, you missed your next bus.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know? That shit's dumb, dude.
Yeah, and then you have to buy another fucking ticket for the bus because fucking ticket time has run out. It's just, it's retarded in every way. So, have you released anything music-wise lately, except the Christmas EP? Of course, that was in.
So, Christmas EP dropped. I did a feature with Larry Kudus. I did a feature with Kniveful. I did a feature on a cover that Unholy Seed did. It was an Infinite Annihilator cover, and that had me, the vocalist of Knifeful. It had Unholy Seed. It had the vocalist of Blood Eagle. vocalist for Abhorrent Abomination. Like there were a bunch of us on that track.
Oh shit.
And then I'm working on new music with Brojob, working on new music with Enda, and I have some features that are lined up that haven't dropped yet, and I don't know if they've been announced yet. So I'm gonna keep those under wraps temporarily, just because I don't want to get in trouble, just in case I'm not supposed to talk about it. But this is gonna be a year where I release a fuck ton of music, and I'm on a fuck ton of tracks. So
that sounds fucking awesome. What's the Nightfall song called? I don't think I've heard that one.
As Above, So Below. I'm on the breakdown of it. Yeah.
Oh shit! I've heard that in that case many times actually. Fucking hell. I'm trying to think of like a song I haven't heard with you, like that I could listen to, but I can't fucking. I've listened to so many songs with you on it.
So I've done 2 Infinite Annihilator covers with Unholy Seed. And then I did a feature for Larry Kudus, which we did like a Star Wars themed song, because like a lot of his music is it's concept music. So like he has some songs about Star Wars, and then he has songs about like different mythologies and stuff like that. The song I was on was about Darth Bane, like the old ancient Sith Lord who like started the Rule of Two and like had the whole Brotherhood and everything. I was on the breakdown of that, and then I had a part like kind of in the middle of the song. I'm trying to think of like features that I can talk about. I did one. What's it called? It was on a gore. I'm saying that because it was on a gore grind song, and gore grind songs have like 58 words in their titles. It was called like Septic Fetal Waste or something. I did a feature on that. So that's out there somewhere. And yeah, I have a feature that's coming out pretty soon.
Oh shit.
But again, I'm not sure if I can talk about it. But when it's out, I will. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to. What the fuck did you say? Fetal something?
It's like septic fetal waste. Something like that.
Fetal waste.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You were actually completely correct. It's called septic fetal waste. Let me find that on
Hell
YouTube.
yeah.
I wanted to like listen to something I haven't heard with you, and I have definitely not fucking heard a song called Septic Fetal Waste. That's for damn sure.
That entire song is nothing but clicking and gutturals. Like it's just animal sounds. Yeah.
Sounds exactly like something I think septic fetal waste would sound like.
Yeah. So, I don't think I was sent the title of the song. I think I was just sent an instrumental and where I needed to come in at.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That must have been interesting when you saw the song name.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that, but I'm on there.
Fucking hell. I don't know how to react to this. It's just
yeah, it's just
it's just
it's frogs.
Yes.
It's just frogs of various sizes. That's all gore grind is.
Oh, we have to listen to something else too. This can't be the only song we listen to. This fucking.
No. Well, you said you have heard the Nightfall song.
Yeah. So after all these very nice frog noises with yeah, just more noise. I thought we could listen to a song that isn't just frog noises and random instruments. So I have heard this before, but I can't actually like remember it very well. So I thought, let's just go for it. I don't think I have a reaction for it anyway. So yeah, let's go for this
Hell yeah.
Nightfall song. Here we go. Ooh, I like this intro. Spookiness.
Very spooky.
Very spooky.
Very.
Oh shit, that's so loud. Holy shit, that's loud. There we go. Oh. Oh, that's nasty.
Oh yeah. Derek is a really, really good vocalist.
Oh, I like how slammy it is though. Hell yeah. Ooh, this is nice.
I like this track a lot. Like, I'm not just saying that because I'm on it, but I like the track.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. I like it because it's not like every other like deathcore song you've ever heard. It's like a little bit different instrumentally.
Yeah. Nightfall is very good at like making unique sounding stuff.
Yeah. What? That's sick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh. These noises, Jesus.
Yeah, Derek is not human. He just doesn't sound like people.
No.
You know, here's me.
I actually like this more. Oh. Oh, I love how slow it is. It just makes it that
Very
more,
chunky.
yeah, that much more nasty. It just, and it just keeps getting nastier. Fucking hell. This is real fucking deathcore. Holy shit. Yeah. I love deathcore that is like really out there, challenging. Not just following the fucking norm. Like,
Yeah.
it just makes it more
Where it's
fun.
like actually extreme.
Yeah. my fucking god.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Nightfall's a really good band, dude. I love them.
Damn. Yeah,
They're all very, very friendly people.
that's fucking insane. Oh my god, that last breakdown though. Those noises. Damn.
Hey, Derek is possessed. I don't know how else to put it.
Must be fun, like recording with those guys.
Yeah. It was mostly just like because I don't know where they're based at, but they would give like, hey, this is kind of what we want, but like, obviously do what you got to do. Then I would shoot it their way, and they'd be like, okay, could you layer this, not layer this, shit like that, and then we would just back and forth. But they're very, very friendly people. Love all of them.
Oh yeah.
Like, hands down, some of the nicest people in the scene. Yeah.
Really, really cool song.
It was a lot of fun to record for them. Because, like, when it comes to recording for more extreme bands, you can do whatever you want and it'll fit, you know?
Yeah. So what's your, like, favorite feature that you have done with another band?
Probably that, honestly.
Okay.
Like, because I watched, like, reaction videos for it. Because, like, so here's a weird thing about me. I really don't like listening to my own music once it's out. I don't know. I don't like it. But there are times when, like, if I do a feature and people do reaction videos to it, or if one of my songs comes out and there's a certain part that I really hope people react to, then I'll watch, like, reaction videos for it. And when it, like, that song in particular, like, once it gets to my part, seeing people just be like, oh, like, that makes me so happy. Like, it gets me hyped, just seeing all the weird faces people make, you know?
I mean, I still get that face every time I hear that fucking short with you doing that long ass fucking blech. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck you produce that noise, but it's probably the
I don't
best.
know the science behind it, but it's like a tunnel, so there's like this weird overtone effect. But I'm just relaxing everything and just letting whatever sound wants to come out, and just, and it just ends up being what it is.
I just wanna hear you like do a fucking, like one time in a song, like do a fucking 30-second blech. Like how hilarious.
I don't know about
would
30
that be?
seconds.
No, like, but like a really, yeah, that was exaggerated, but like a really long ass fucking blech, like the longest fucking blech you could ever do. Because if anyone could pull that off, it would be you. With that fucking, just
Hell
that
yeah.
fucking blech on. Was it on YouTube or TikTok? I can't remember.
There's clips of it on YouTube. So Orion and then another content creator, metal content creator, they both put out a challenge where it was like, metal vocalist of TikTok, give us your best blah. And I did mine, and it ended up getting shared around a lot. And like, it was literally just a video of like, okay, and it got like 400k views or some shit, and I was like, oh, cool. People like it when I make that sound. Neat. And Orion featured it on his channel, and I was like, oh. And then they did a part 2 where it was like, we're asking it again. Give us your best blah. And I did. And Orion was... So the first one I did was for the other guy, because I didn't know that Orion had done the challenge too. And then the second one Orion did, I saw that, and I was like, oh, cool, I can do it again. And Orion was like, why'd you give me the worst one? Why'd you... Like, come on. You did so good, and then mine wasn't that good. And I was like, I tried, dude. Come on. What do you want me to say? I tried.
Oh, yeah, I actually remember that challenge. I think that's actually the first time I saw you on like a TikTok or something like that. And then I found you on YouTube, and then what I was like, holy shit, this is fucking sick. And then it was pretty close to Yeah, obviously we talked a little bit before our first podcast, but it was a little bit before then. And I was like,
Yeah, it
holy
was
shit.
before I moved to California.
Yeah,
So when that was recorded, I was still living in South Carolina.
yeah.
Then I moved, and then we finished up tracking the first song, and then dropped it. And I think that's when you had me on for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I knew about you long before that. Yeah. How can you not see the fucking Blech God doing his fucking alien noises?
The Blair God.
Yeah. Fucking hell. I was just jaws on the floor first time I saw that fucking short. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, Blech.
There were people in the comments. They were just like, "This is so obviously fake. You can hear the layering." It's like, I don't even have a microphone. What the fuck do you mean it's layered?
Yeah, people will always find something. I mean,
I'm gonna stand over there and just do it real quick. Hang on.
oh yes. Yes.
I just don't want to like blow up my mic, so that's why I'm moving back.
Yes. Oh, prepare your body. Fuck yeah. Holy shit, that's insane. Oh,
So
yes.
there he is.
Oh,
Accuse me of faking that.
yeah, exactly. Just moving around in a podcast doing a blef. That's obviously fake because I did some fucking stupid ass editing fucking magic.
Well, I sent
It's
you
stupid.
like 30 vocal files.
Oh, yes.
And you're just gonna stack all of them up so that it sounds that way.
Oh my god. It actually is insane that you can do that fucking sound. Just like that. What the fuck? You haven't even like warmed up or anything. It's just like you go over there and just do it. It's mind-blowing. It's fucking mind-blowing. But yeah, how did you get started with like doing metal vocals in the first place?
So I found Slipknot, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do, because like I hadn't discovered death metal at that point. I didn't know that death metal was even an option. So I was like, I want to sound like Corey. So I started yelling, and destroyed my voice.
Oh yeah.
Because like yelling isn't healthy. Surprise. And then I found Cannibal Corpse, and I was like, well, I still want to do vocals, but these vocals are way cooler than what I was already doing. So then I started trying to sound like George, and what ended up happening, I found how to do vocals safely by accident trying to copy George. So by trying to imitate George Fisher, I ended up learning how to scream, and then from there, I had some other influences that like would come up later, like Glenn Benton, Michael Ackerfeld, Phil Bozeman, Travis Ryan. But I first learned to scream because of George. So like it straight up, if Cannibal Corpse wasn't a band, I wouldn't have a job.
Oh shit.
Because
That's-
I wouldn't know vocals, because George is straight up the reason that I figured out how to do it.
That's insane.
Yeah, and so the reason that like, because a lot of people talk about like my lower vocals, I have significantly more practice with my lows than with my highs, because I've been doing vocals 6 years at this point. For the first 3 years of me doing vocals, I didn't do any high screams at all. All I did was lows and mids. That was it. And then I found cattle decapitation.
Oh yeah.
And Travis was like doing all these evil like type of sounds, and I was like, oh, well, I want to do that now. So that's when I started doing highs, is when I started listening to cattle decapitation. But it was just George, and then I kind of moved a little bit to Glenn, because to this day Glenn Benton has, in my opinion, like S tier low vocals. Like when I think of like really, really good death growls, Glenn is one of the first people I think of. usually the first person I think of. But like, if it's not him, it's probably like Michael or some shit from Opeth.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Glenn and George were like my first two vocal obsessions, outside of Corey, because like, but then I realized that I was never gonna sound like Corey Taylor, and that I was just destroying my vocal anatomy. So then I got into death metal and was like, Glenn and George are the only vocalists ever, and I will never listen to anything else. And because I was a teenager, so I was like, fuck you, I hate metalcore. Never, ever, only death metal. And now I'm like, I don't care what it is. I just want it to sound good, good to me. And so I've matured musically, but I still hold on to a lot of the music I listened to when I first got into it. You know.
That's sick. So, what Cattle album was it? Like you heard first? Was it like Death Atlas then?
So I had heard Cattle Decapitation years prior, but didn't know what it was. So, do you want a horrifying story? Well, it was horrifying to me, but it's a really funny story. What ended up happening, their music video for Forced Gender Reassignment came out. I was 10 when that video came out.
Okay.
And I was handed a little sticky note at school with a link written on it. And the kid was like, go home, go on your computer, type this in, watch it. So 10-year-old Paxton watched someone get a forced gender reassignment on YouTube. And I was sick to my stomach for days after I saw that. Like, that music video fucked me up. And then I found Cattle Decapitation, like, just in my musical progression, I found them. And then I was listening to Monolith of Inhumanity. That was the first thing I saw.
Okay.
Because the first song that was recommended to me of theirs was Life Stalker, I think. And I was listening to it, and I was like, this is really good. And then I started, like, scrolling through the album, and I saw Forced Gender Reassignment. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? Like, well, there's something about, like, I know this. And it sounds the same, and that name is really familiar. What is this? And then I started looking into it, and I realized that's the music video I saw that destroyed my brain when I was a child. So it came full circle, and now Cattle is one of my favorite bands. But that music video traumatized me. Because, like, the beginning of the music video is some dude who's, like, tied up. And, like, you don't see it, but, like, you hear it happening. The dude who kidnapped him is like, scream, F God, whatever. And I grew up in an extremely religious area. So I had never heard anyone talk like that. I didn't know that you could talk like that and get away with it online. So just hearing that made me feel sick. And then I saw everything that happened in the video.
Oh my God.
And I was like, so I was already like on edge, just like, this is bad. What if my mom sees me watching this? And then I watched a dude get his dick cut off, and I'm just like, oh no! I have one of those! What if that happens to me? Oh God! I was so upset.
Oh shit. I can imagine if your fucking parents came in. Holy shit.
Dude, they probably would have tried to exorcise me. Like, it was bad. And when I say that music video made me physically sick, that is one of the only things I've ever seen in my life that made me throw up. Like, just looking at it made me so sick. But, like, I was a kid at the time, you know? So, like, that was the first time I had ever seen violence to that degree. And I felt so, like, I felt wrong in my skin for days after I saw that. I was just like, oh God, I don't want to eat anything. I don't want to go anywhere. My dad made spaghetti a couple days after that, and I was just like, this is bad. Because, like, I was looking down at this bowl of stringy red stuff, and I was like, this is bad. I hate this.
Oh no.
But yeah, now
Oh no.
now Cattle is one of my favorite bands in the world. So, And if I ever meet Travis Ryan, I'm telling him that story. Like, I'm gonna tell him that he traumatized me as a child.
That would be fucking hilarious. Please videotape it too, and send it to me. That would be fucking
If
gold.
if I ever get a chance, I'm telling him that story. I'm just be like, Travis, I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
You ruined me as a child.
Yeah, I mean, no fucking 10-year-old should see a guy get his dick cut off. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's probably the most brutal music video I've ever seen. Like, I don't think there's a music video out there that is more graphic and fucked up than that. Because, like, everyone's seen the Cannibal Corpse music videos where people are getting, like, pulled apart and, like, eaten by zombies or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not every day when you see a dude get his entire reproductive system pulled out. Like, you don't see that every day. You feel me? And that's what the music video is, and none of it is censored. You see everything beginning to end, and like that's why it made me so sick. I was just like, who could do this to people? This is so fucked. And the entire point of the song is like, yo, people are fucking sick. Like, this is not okay. This shit, like, people do things like this. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah, that's the sad truth about it. But yeah, no, I will.
So a few years ago, I think, dude, never watch it. Like, even if you don't have a sensitive stomach, never watch it.
Nope, I will never watch it. Just no.
I think it was a few years ago, Travis, he was either moving or going through his storage or something, but he found the prop from the video. Like, the prop dick that they used in the video. And it still had, like, all the tubing and stuff in it. And he was like, hey, I found this. And I remember seeing it and just being like, that fake penis ruined my childhood. Like, that's such a, like, it's a weird connection to make, but it's like seeing the thing that traumatized you as a kid outside of its context is such a weird feeling, you know?
Yeah, that's the weird thing for me, because what traumatized me as a kid was probably spiders. And,
dude, I hate spiders.
Yeah,
like, so I'm okay with, like, jumping spiders. They're cute. And I'm starting to like tarantulas because they're fuzzy and they have, like, doofy little faces on them. But, like, the spiky, like, spiders, I cannot vibe with those.
Well, I can't. I grew up arachnophobic until, like, 4 years ago. Then I started watching YouTube of a guy, he's called Exotic Slayer, and he, like, filled his water dishes or took them out and cleaned them and, like, put new water in for them. And he fucking said his fucking cringy ass lines and, like, talked to the fucking spiders like they were humans and shit. And so I started, like, this is actually kind of hilarious. And yeah, they're kind of funny. And yeah, guess how many tarantulas slash spiders I own now?
Probably like 8, 9.
More.
17.
More.
You own 29 spiders.
More.
You own 38 spiders. What the fuck are you doing? Why do you need that many spiders?
There's so many different.
You have 100. You have 105 spiders.
No, I have like a little bit above 40. I think I have like 42 or 43. But yeah, it's like collecting. If I would compare it to anything, it's almost like comparing it to collecting Pokemon cards. Because
I was about to say it's like Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because it's not harder to care for 2 tarantulas than it is for 1, than it is for 10. So there are all these different, like, species and kinds, and you just get, like, fucking addicted and sucked into it. Like, there's so many different colors. It's insane. It's just stupid amount of colors and shit like that. There's still spiders that I want to have, but you know,
I like this might make any sense, but I like the spiders that have, like, round legs instead of spiky ones.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I know that like they have like small pointy things at the end because like that's how they grab shit.
Yeah.
But the spiders that look round instead of sharp, I like the round ones because they're cute and they all have like the weird little like faces on them. But the spiders that are like spiky everywhere and they're just like, I will suck your soul. Like I hate those ones because those are terrifying.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, most tarantulas are like the first one you describe, but there are like the trapdoor spiders that like lives their entire life in the cave, and then there's
Yeah.
like most true spiders too, are like those trapdoor spiders. They don't have that fucking fussy, really like big ass, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm okay with most spiders, but still, there are some spiders I don't really like because either they're venomous as fuck or they are fast as fuck. I have
Yeah.
one huntsman spider, but yeah, I only open that fucking door to the terrarium when I'm feeding it. Never else. It's so
Dude.
extremely disgustingly fast. I'm just terrified of it. I just
Huntsmen are scary, dude.
they are so fucking fast. It's just no. But no, I'm not. I'm not getting that much more into true spiders. Like, there is one true spider that I really like. It's a wandering spider called. I don't know what it's called on, like the Latin name, how you pronounce it. It's like Cupienius Saleh, tiger wandering spider. It has those like those legs you didn't like, but the whole fucking spider is like striped. It's like it looks like a fucking tiger. The whole thing. It is so beautiful. It is insane.
The tiger wandering spider?
Tiger wandering spider, yeah. I really love it. It is one of the few.
See, I would not keep it, but that is a really cool pattern.
Oh yeah.
Like the pattern on it's really cool, but I would not associate.
Oh no. I still it's the same treatment as the huntsman spiders because they are fast as fuck as well. It's not just like some
Isn't it like
some tarantulas you like can handle and have in your hand. Some is just fucking pissed off all the time, and you just don't want to have anything to do with them except feeding and looking at them. And then it's just
isn't the Brazilian wandering spider the Brazilian wandering spiders? That's the one that like if it bites you, you just die. Right? Like it just fucks you up if it bites you.
There's many people that has died by the Brazilian wandering spider. It's kind of because they are very common in Brazil. They are only like in Brazil, so they are very like reclusive and stay like hidden. But if people like disturb them and like try to grab them or whatever, they will bite because it's their defense mechanism. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
they're not
like spiders don't like people. Like
no,
there are no spiders that will actively try to fuck you up. Like like I've woken up to a spider crawling on me, and like I freaked out obviously, and like that upset the spider. But like if I had not freaked out and just left him alone, he was not gonna he wasn't gonna stay there and like fuck me up when I woke up. He was gonna go on his life, find a fly, do some cool shit. It's just like I think the problem is that so many people are afraid of spiders.
Oh yeah.
That like they freak out, and then that makes the spider freak out and bite them.
Oh yeah.
And that's where they get the reputation of like it's gonna get you, it's gonna bite you, and you're gonna die. Like that's where they get it from. Is because of us. It's our fault that they're known for killing people.
Most definitely.
Because like if we just didn't fuck with them and just let them do their own thing, there would be like nearly 0 spider-related deaths every year. Like there would be some because sometimes spiders will like hide in your shoes or in your gloves or something, and then like you put it on and it freaks out and it bites you. But if we could just stop fucking with them intentionally, and like that goes with bees, wasps, spiders, fucking sharks. If we would just not fuck with them, they wouldn't fuck with us.
Exactly.
But we're people, so we see something and we're like, it's either it's cute, so I'm gonna touch it, or it's scary, so I'm gonna throw a rock at it. And then we do that, and they're like, I will kill you. And they try.
Yeah. I will say that only like there is one spider in the world that is actively fucking aggressive, and that's the Australian Sydney funnel web spider.
Yeah.
That fucking thing is just terrifying, and it's just, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that spider, but it's actively aggressive. It's fucking chasing people. Like, what the fuck? And it so happens to be like one of the most venomous spiders in the world too. It's like,
I think for a while, wasn't it the most venomous? And now, now it's the six-eyed sand spider, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they've done work on that, and they're realizing, oh, this venom is way worse. It's just that it bites people less often than a Sydney funnel web.
Oh yeah, that's the most like.
I think that's
of the spiders that can bite you, but
yeah.
Do you know what the actual most venomous spider is? Which is fucking ridiculous.
Isn't it the daddy long leg or whatever it is? Like the skinny guy?
Oh yeah.
Like the tiny guy with the skinny legs.
Oh yeah.
Like if they could bite you, that would be it.
Yeah. But I can't.
Yeah.
It is so fucking insane. It's like fucking. It's like 1 millimeter thick, and it's fucking deadly if it bites you, but it can't bite you, so you're safe. But still, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense.
I think it's the most dangerous jellyfish in the world. It's like this. It's like that fucking small.
Oh yeah.
And it'll shoot out like little barbs if you get too close to it.
Oh yeah.
And if it hits you, you're just fucked.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. So if you, and of course it's in Australia, so if you're just near this thing, it's like, I don't like that guy over there. I'm gonna fuck him up for no reason. And
just... But also with spiders, most people like that have had fatal bites is allergic to insect bites in general.
Yeah.
That's like, there is anti-venom for like the most dangerous spiders, obviously. So if you do what you should do and contact the hospital and go there like rather quickly, you will be fine. It's just...
Yeah.
But if you're allergic, on the other hand, and gets bitten by a fucking Sydney funnel web, you're just... Yeah, you just die.
There are very few things in this world that if it attacks you, there's nothing you can do about it. Very few things.
Oh yeah.
Obviously there are some. Like, I'm pretty sure a stonefish, if you get hit with that fucking thing, you're just dead. I think the boomslang is in that category where it's like, if it bites you, that's it. You just gotta tap out.
No, black mamba.
Yeah, mambas, they'll fuck you up pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what kind of spider it is, but there's a spider where like it'll bite you, and then you get like an extremely painful erection for a few hours, and then your heart stops.
That's the Brazilian wandering spider.
Yeah, it's fucked. The fact that a spider bite can do that to you is like, horrifying to me.
The first time I heard that, fucking get a fucking erection that keeps going for days, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like,
horrifying.
What? It's just so fucked up. But it's the same thing with the wandering spider. It's not really aggressive, it's reclusive. It's just, it doesn't want to be
It's not
disturbed.
Aggressive, it's defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. But if you fuck with it too much, it will hit you back.
Yeah.
I actually saw a guy handling one, and it was probably the calmest spider I've ever seen. It just sat there like, yeah, will you let me back on my leaf soon? I'm getting kinda bored here. What am I doing with my life? Fuck off.
Dude, I saw this video. This guy, he had 2 tarantulas, and one of them was like, he was lifting up his front legs and like slamming them down on his container to like get attention. Like it was just like, and he would look over, and the spider was just like, Just doing that at him.
Oh yeah, that's the old worlds. I fucking love old world spiders because new world spiders, not spiders, tarantulas, they often use their butt hairs to kick off, and they will itch as fuck, and it's painful and annoying.
Yeah.
But old worlds, either they run away like quickly as fuck, or they just stand their ground and just hit their legs in the ground. That's what really made me fall in love with tarantulas. Just how goofy it looks when they just stand like they're like some fucking seizure on the ground. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah, like in the animal kingdom, like if we were animals and didn't get that, we would be horrified because it's like, oh my god, that thing's so aggressive. But to us, it's like it's just a little guy, and he's just like, I want you to leave me alone, please. And you're just like, oh, look at him.
Yeah, it's so fucking hilarious. But also, there are one tarantula, the Chilobrachys cancrocean, that fucking terrifies me. Holy shit. I have a female. I've had her since she was like a baby sling. And she is the most psychotic fucking tarantula I have. Like, you open the fucking... I have her in like a plastic tub, like a shoebox, a big one. And I open it, and if I try to feed her and she's not hungry, she will turn around in a millisecond and just hit the ground, hiss at me, and fucking I just fucking slams the fucking tub closed. No, no, no. Yo, no, I'm not gonna deal with this shit.
Yeah.
That's probably the only tarantula that I'm actively like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking interact with you as less as I can, but
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a fucking beautiful spider. It's like jet black, Asian, big tarantula, but yeah, it's probably one of the most defensive tarantulas.
Yeah.
Actually, let's listen to the before we end it off here. I can fucking talk spiders for like days, but yeah, you know.
We've gone for 2 hours. I feel like the people are gonna be like,
2
hey.
hours? Already? What?
Yeah. I didn't realize it because like I kept setting my water bottle down where it was covering up the time on my computer.
Oh shit!
And like the last time I looked over, I was like, oh, we got on this call at like 1 p.m. my time. It's now 3:11 p.m. my time.
Oh shit! That's insane. What the fuck? So before we end it off here shortly, we are going to listen to yet another song here. It's Larry Coda's featuring Paxton here, and the song is called Path of Destruction. And as he have said like several times, it's basically about I think it's the first Sith in Star Wars, if I'm not completely wrong.
I know he's an ancient Sith. I don't know if he's the first, but he's one of the OG guys.
Oh yeah.
Like he was one of the ones who like really did like the rule. If I have my lore right, the rule of 2 is like from Darth Bane.
Yeah.
And then like he overcame like the Brotherhood of the Sith and like just kept doing like wanted to conquer the universe and like hated everything. He was really cool. I like Darth Bane.
He's fucking awesome. Well, let's go into this fucking banger.
Yeah.
Such a fucking cool groove here. Like, just changing it up, like, constantly.
The amount of like time signature changes in this song is wild.
Oh yeah. And then this.
Yeah. It just goes from the most chaotic thing in the world into like a little groove section.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is fucking disgusting. It's as good as I remember it to be.
I think this was the first feature I ever did.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure it was. It was either this or the Bro Job Barbie Girl cover.
Oh,
But I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was this.
Yeah, I think this came before that. Yeah. That fucking Barbie Girl feature is awesome.
I had a lot of fun with it.
I can imagine. Such a cool groove. Fucking hell. And then Animal fucking vocals.
Yeah.
And Larry has a lot of cool songs.
Oh yeah.
I'd actually like to see like you do a feature on like maybe like Brian Delonis, because he has such a like distinct style too.
Yeah.
And I think you can fit in really fucking cool, good in one of his songs actually.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, the drummer is gonna feel this song in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
whoa, it is amazing. This entire song is just so good.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what is the best thing about it. I think it's like the variation and how much experimental stuff it's in it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's mixing a lot of different styles into one song, and it's working like perfectly. It's really
Yeah.
really cool. But yeah, since this was your first feature, how did it come to be?
So me and Larry have followed each other on TikTok for a while. His name is Steven. The project's name is Larry. So me and
Okay.
Steven had followed each other for a while. And he has had features from some other artists before that I'm homies with. He had a feature from Echo Screams. I'm homies with her. I think that might have been how I found him, is because of her feature. And then, from there we followed each other for a while, and then he hit me up and was like, hey, feature about Star Wars. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And all that got set up, and vocals got tracked, they got sent off, and then came out. That was about it. It was just like we followed each other, and he wanted a feature, and I was the lucky guy that he asked. So
That's
yeah.
fucking cool. Like how, like one choice can like just make so many good things happen. It's just awesome. Well, since we kept going on for like I don't know how long, let's just end it now. I don't think I have anything else really to ask.
I'm not sure if I do either.
No, like we have gone out for what did you say, 2 hours? But yeah.
At this point, it's been like 2 hours and 15 minutes, maybe.
Okay, that's
somewhere thereabouts.
How the fuck did we manage to go longer than our first one? It's just
I don't know.
it's just when you like get
We're
in the
chatting.
groove. Yeah, when you get in the groove of it, you know you just go on, and I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much everything we've said I think is interesting and fun. So
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. But yeah, wanna thank everyone that like watched it and watch us goof around and do all the fun things and listen to frog noises and whatever.
Hell yeah.
Be sure to look up as Mr. Paxton or Screaming Mimi as it's known on social medias and check him out because it's fucking hilarious and he has some insanely fun covers. Celine Dion is probably my favorite. And yeah. If you did enjoy it, this podcast, be sure to leave a like in it and also subscribe if you want to see some more podcasts. I do have at least 2 booked in right now, so there is more to come. But yeah, thank you for watching and have a good one.